traditional accounting firm, although we are accountants and we do help people with their taxes. Our goal is more to architect a plan that can help you to retain more of what you earn. So we'll obviously do your taxes if you need us to, but even if you're doing your own taxes, we're really about shaping that plan. And the taxes happen, we're working on 2021 taxes. 2020 is over. I mean, as far as doing your taxes, the numbers that are there, they're going to stay there. What we help you do is to get the right numbers going forward and have a plan that'll work for you year after year. Next up, Paul.
Good morning, everybody. Paul Taubman from Digital Maestro, where we harmonize your online strategy. And we help small businesses get visibility that they need through their website, as well as some online marketing. So if a client's just starting their business, as many people have done during this past year, we've been getting them online and showcasing their products, their services, helping them build their list so that they can do email marketing, as well as, depending on the client, get their phone to ring. So we're helping them convert those prospects to clients. So Paul Taubman from Digital Maestro, where we harmonize your online strategy. Next, Lisa.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Lisa Devorin, and I'm a lifestyle consultant with an amazing wellness company called Vfinity. And our goal is to help people lose unhealthy weight, regain their health, and live their best life. There's a new study out that said in the past year, the average American has put on 25 pounds. Summer is coming. If you're looking for a simple plan that works and fits a busy lifestyle, this is it. The plan, the education, and the support are all free. It's about helping people lose weight and feel great. So to learn more, go to my website, stayhealthylivebetter.com, and go to the plan, and I'd be happy to send it to you and to help you. Next up is Candido.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Candido Rodriguez. I'm a financial advisor with Northwestern Mutual. And what we do is help families and individuals achieve their dreams and goals by identifying through a personal path what are their desires, and doing that we're able to match their personal life and goals with the financial goals through a unique approach and a unique and personalized plan. We focus on key activities that help our clients move forward and could get what they've never been before, through either education planning, retirement planning, risk management, and life insurance. Candido Rodriguez with Northwestern Mutual.
Desiree.
Hi, everyone. My name is Desiree Halleck, and I am the owner of Clarence Services, which is a marketing agency for startups and small businesses. And I help my clients learn to not boil the ocean when it comes to marketing. And I teach them that they don't have to spend a ton of money to come up with simplified and affordable marketing plans. And I do that with coming up with short sprint campaigns. If they work, we do more of what works. And if they don't, then we pivot the ship. So I just wanted to let everybody know that we are doing a 5-minute marketing YouTube channel now. And so it's literally just 5 minutes or less. And you can watch a video on tips about marketing a small businesses, your small business. You can reach me at clarenceservices.com. And Jonas is up.
I'm Jonas DeVita. I own Access Commercial Door. We're a 30-plus-year-old full-service commercial door and hardware company. We service mainly general contractors in the commercial space and industrial space. And what I'm finding out recently is that we're bringing on some new customers, and that our big difference is our attention to detail, our customer service and responsiveness. And if you feel like you've been let down by your door and hardware supplier, give us a call at 908-725-9530. You reach me at jdevita@accesslock.org. Up next is Beverly.
Yeah, I don't think Beverly's here today, so we'll
jump
to Paul. George, sorry.
Hi, good morning. My name's George Pizzo, and the name of my company is Caring Transitions. We focus on folks who are intending to sell their home. Our focus is on getting that home cleared out so that your realtor can get it on the market and sold. What does clearing out mean? Clearing out means that we do estate sales and auctions We handle donations of items that can be donated, such as clothing, and then we do final clean out, emptying out the home to whatever degree the realtor wants it. So, George, Caring Transitions, and next up is
Good morning, everybody. My name is Rochelle DeCrescenzo. I'm a physical therapist, and my practice is called The Healing Journey. I focus on a type of holistic body work called myofascial release. And with myofascial release, I look at the whole person being whole body, and also mind, body, spirit. So we're really looking for the source of your problem, because even if you're having neck pain, the source may not necessarily be your neck. It could be your low back, it could be your hip, and it could be emotional stress. So always looking for the source to get to the allowing you to live a more pain-free, active lifestyle. And you can reach me at Rochelle at The Healing Journey, mfrpt.com. Up next is Tracy.
I did not see Tracy today. So we'll move to Marlene. I don't know, didn't see her today either.
Nope.
I know she's the first day with her children in school. She notified me ahead of time she wasn't going to be able to make it. So we are up to Randy. Randy, are you back with us?
Yes, I transitioned into the branch, so I'm not going to go over too much because I am going to be presenting today, but my name is Randy Morgan, M&T Bank in Parsippany. So our goal is building relationships with the customers we work with and the business owners we work with. So we find there are a lot of great businesses out there. They're really good at what they do, but when it comes to, finances and banking, they're kind of left behind, and they feel like they're not getting the personal touch. So the first round of PPP, M&T Bank had a 97% success rate, and 92% of those were actually small businesses. So if you guys have any questions or need anything, or just want to, bang ideas off each other, let me know.
Jeannie.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jeannie Asante, and I have a business. It's I Dream of Jeannie, but it is a portfolio of many businesses. Today, I want to highlight identity theft protection. And so I'm going to ask you a quick question. How many of us have, parents or know people that have parents that are just, they're living in a home for over 30 some odd years. They paid off their mortgage. They're good to go. And all of a sudden, something may happen that they need to go into a rehab center, or, they just go to assisted living even, because a lot of people are making that transition into assisted living. And as you're fixing and putting all their stuff in order, you find that they do not own their home, that someone stole their identity and decided to take out a loan on their home. What would you do if that happened to you? Well, let's think of the good thing. Guess what? With identity theft protection, you'll never have to think about that, because they'll be watching them to make sure that does not happen. Yesterday, that happened to somebody, and guess what? They're in turmoil right now trying to figure out how to get their house back. They may not get it back. So if you don't want that to happen to your ailing parents or to anyone that you know, please reach out to me and learn how that cannot happen to you. Thank you.
Excellent. Mark, I did not see him here today. I know Adam wasn't going to be able to make it. So we are on to Tim.
Hello, everybody. Tim Stollery, videographer, won a couple Emmys. I've been around. I worked for Channel 9, New Jersey Network. I worked for Channel 2 for a while. I worked for News 12 for a while. I'm your basic journeyman videographer, but now I'm just doing freelance, and I'll shoot anything except weddings or porn. That's my story, and I'm going to stick to it. And if anybody wants to talk about a video, I'm going to put my information over on the chat side. I'm also going to send that email out with the information about the Better Next Year, Healthier Next Year books. Who's up next is...
Chris isn't here today.
Chris.
I think that's it for the group here. Didn't see Robert, didn't see, and Chris is here. Chris, go ahead, sir.
One of the two Chris's, right. Hey, everybody, I'm Chris Lipperon. I founded On the Bus Sales Training, Coaching, Consulting 11 years ago. And we have a whole lot of fun, and business gets done is one of our mottos and our themes. And I did put my communication information in the chat. And there's a link on there to schedule a one-to-one with me. And I love working with small business owners. So if you feel a little stuck and you just need a little traction, please reach out to me, have a one-to-one. You don't have to buy anything. I'm happy to talk to anyone. We also wrote a book with a lot of our information in there. So if you struggle with things like giving a 30-second intro, maybe buy the book. And we teach people how to do that. We have a hamburger approach, and it just works. Our upcoming events that may be of interest to you is our big trade show will be on June 2nd. If you'd like to hear more about that, please reach out to me. Again, Chris Lipper from On the Bus Sales Training, Coaching, Consulting.
Excellent. I didn't see Andrew here. We don't have any visitors. I know a couple people have gotten emails, but I don't see them here. We are going to be going with a new link next new quarter, new link. So there will be a new Zoom link. It's going to be coming out to everyone. But when you want to invite people out, or if there's people seeing this video, we are looking for people from hair salons, spas, anyone related with daycare, childcare type of businesses, pet sitters, pet groomers, pet products. We have our monthly pet event coming up on the 8th of April, our annual pet event. We have, we're looking for bookkeepers, college planners, advisors, staffing firm, recruiters, home improvement, landscapers, plumbers, electrician, travel professional, DJ, entertainers, party caterers, still and wedding photographers, since Tim doesn't do weddings or looking for personal trainers, funeral directors. We have a legacy event coming up, IT firm, multi-level marketing for jewelry products, nonprofit, moving company, storage company. So those are just some of the areas. Again, if you're looking to promote, we only have 30 spots. So we have a little less than 10 spots available at this point for the team, but any of those businesses can fill in one of our remaining 10 spots. With that said, we are done here, and we'll turn it over to our featured presenter, Randy Morgan from M&T Bank.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Randy.
I know I kind of just went, so I'll go again. Randy Morgan, M&T Bank, Senior Relationship Banker. So I was going to do a PowerPoint, but I figured, a lot of times people kind of fall asleep on those, and I felt like if it was more face-to-face, kind of interactive, and people want to ask questions, please go ahead and start. So I'm going to go with my story. I started with Hudson City, actually, almost 6 years ago now. And when I started, it was Hudson City, an old school branch bank. They're around over 100 years, CDs, savings, mortgages. That was kind of it. And when I started, it was, M&T was going to be merging and taking over Hudson City. And everyone's like, who's M&T? What is this? And the more I learned about them, and the more, they kind of came in and spoke with us, and, we kind of went through all the training. It was actually a really good thing. So I've now been with M&T 5 out of the 6 years. And what's really great about M&T, which is very different than, other banks, because I have a lot of buddies who work in other banks and industries. We're not widget based, which was very interesting to me coming to, from the retail sector. So it's more based on, building relationships. So that is really our bread and butter, is relationships and being in the community. So like before COVID, I was actually at the food bank across the street. I believe we did that every other week. So we would donate food, or we'd help unload trucks, and we'd give food, and it was actually pretty cool. And it was, it's something really that M&T strongly believes in, is helping out the community. It's kind of that philosophy. If you're in a shopping center, right, and there's about 2 empty stores, 3 empty stores, it's not good for the community. So if small businesses do well, the community is going to do well. So one cool thing about M&T as well is, they're a little bit more conservative than most banks. But where that comes in is, you're safe, because, we don't take a lot of risks. So the big thing is, like in 2008, we were one of only 2 commercial banks to still give a dividend on the stock. So M&T has actually been profitable for 166 consecutive quarters. So that's more than 41 straight years. So really my job here is I kind of wear a lot of hats. So as a senior relationship banker, it's kind of that old assistant manager role, which we don't really have anymore, but it's more of, I kind of cut my time between retail and business. So I'm kind of helping a lot of different, people from different backgrounds and different, issues and solutions that we can provide. So it's definitely a very interesting job as far as, what I do for my day to day. So I was actually going to explain what we did during COVID. So we locked the doors, which most banks did, but I think the way we handled it was pretty great because we locked the doors, but we were still here. So it was drive-through ATM and appointment only. As long as you had a mask, we installed hand sanitizers. The bank was sending boxes every week with masks, gloves, sanitizer, soap. It was pretty crazy to see how quick, we were able to get on it. So what I found was when we locked the doors, we were actually busier than ever. And in the beginning, we made a lot of phone calls. And the important part is I said phone calls, not sales calls. So what we did was we called to check in and see how everyone's doing. Because a lot of these people, they've been banking here for 25, 30 years. My coworker's been here 25 years. So she's seen kids born, grow up, have their own kids. So when we called people, it was like, hey, listen, how are you doing? Are you affected? How's, is there any issues, you need help with? And we made calls, hundreds of those calls, all throughout March and part of April. And then I think it was like mid-April, it got pretty crazy where a lot of people were returning those calls. They found out, okay, I'm going to be okay during COVID. People sat home and they were going, hey, listen, I'm kind of tired of staring at these four walls all the time. What can you do to help me with, home equity? Or it gave people a way to kind of review their stuff with us. So like when I call people, I'm not saying, hey, Jonas, I have a credit card for you. It's more of, hey, what's going on in your life? How can we help? Or it's reviewing accounts and saying, hey, listen, I noticed you get a lot of ATM fees, for instance. I can switch you over to this. Everything's going to stay the same. And there's no sale involved. It's just helping out, our customer. Does anyone have any questions for me?
No, I can just say that I used M&T Bank when I had a company in Pennsylvania a couple years back for now, but they were great. They were a great bank. We had our line of credit with them, and again, it was all on relationship. It was 100% a relationship bank, a deal and situation. We purchased large equipment, those things, and they were just right there the whole way. And I recommend them highly.
That's our bread and butter for sure. Like when I started here, from my own experience coming from, retail, and I've had a ton of different jobs over the years, is what's really interesting is everybody is pretty much, everyone's treated equally. So I've had regionals, even higher ups. People you read about online or in the newspaper, they're that type of job title, and they'll come in, and whether you're a teller, which we don't really have much for most universal bankers, but they're all like very appreciative that you're there and you're helping. And if I wanted to reach out to anybody in this organization, if I wanted to email them and set up a one-on-one and just talk to them and pick their brain, I could talk to anybody. So everybody's kind of open, which is really, really interesting. Like I could probably say if I reached out to our CEO, he'd probably be like, okay, I'll take some time to, speak with you. Let's put something on the calendar. So it's definitely different than what I've experienced at most places. To be fair, it's the only bank I worked at, but from what I've heard, that's very out of the ordinary. So it's definitely very cool.
Yeah, I mainly work with, I'm sorry, Chris, I started talking. Go ahead. You raise your hand.
Oh, go ahead, go.
No, I currently work with a small bank, and it is definitely a relationship thing. It's one of the best things I've done is have a relationship with that small bank. I wasn't aware of M&T when I started.
That's okay.
But as far as dealing with small banks and having a small business, it's great to have somebody you can call that that knows your business, that you can talk to. So I feel like you can get things done quicker, and it's just a different level. And during the whole PPP thing, I've heard nightmares from people who are with bigger banks, and I was grateful that I had a relationship with my bank. So what you're saying is spot on as far as dealing with a bank that's focused like you guys are.
I've had a lot of experiences with a lot of different banks. My last bank, they opened my account wrong, and somehow after a year they found out they had made a mistake, and they had to return every deposit that was made into my account based on their mistake. Imagine what a nightmare that was. And I've been with M&T now for the last, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 years. And I can't tell you how many referrals I've given M&T. I've got to be one of their higher referees. And they're wonderful. And even if you're not a client of theirs, if you have a question, they'll answer it. They'll help you, you know, and they're not trying to sell you anything. And not all branches are the same, and not all, I don't know, there's something about that Parsippany branch in particular where they go the extra mile. I remember I needed a signature on something and I got a call and they sent it through the drive-through tube to me, you know, to sign it because it was at the beginning of the pandemic. But it's that kind of extra mile, and the day of the week doesn't matter. It could be a Sunday night and I can text these guys and get a response. So thumbs up, hats off. There's no bank I recommend more, in particular, that branch. Because up here, I'm still with M&T. It's not the same. There's something about that Parsippany branch that's great.
Well, and as the accountant, I'll tell you, you know, you form these relationships with the bank when you don't need the money. I mean, if you're going out and you're looking to go out and borrow money from a friend, from a person, who you're going to borrow, who's going to most likely lend to? A friend who knows you, trusts you, and respects you. Same thing with the bank. It's no different when you're going out. So everyone's like, I don't need to talk to my bank. No, now's when you need to be in a relationship with your bank. You'll find them giving you money that you don't need. Take it. Take a line of credit when you don't need it, because you never know when you need it.
And that's how we tell a lot of people, like it's an emergency fund. And, you know, I tell a lot of businesses and retail alike where having, you know, a relationship with your bank, or a bank that cares about you, can make all the difference. You know, when you're going for, you know, a business loan or something, sometimes them pushing for you can be that extra step that gets you that loan. Or, you know, on the retail side, when I'm doing loans or home equities and they come through me personally, I mean, they get my all. So it's, you know, it's more of like, I speak to everybody that I can to get them the best rate possible, because if it's underwriting, it's, you know, they're going to throw a rate out there. And then I go to somebody because we have so many resources we can use. I will never tell anybody I know everything. I'll let them know, hey, I don't know that one, but I'm going to reach out to someone who does, because there's definitely someone here who does. So I have a business banker. I have a consumer lending advocate I lean on a lot for, you know, different rates and things. So having that relationship, and it's funny because we're in an all digital world now, right? Which is fine. We're fine with you going to the ATM, doing mobile check deposit. That's okay. That frees us up to do other things and help other people and reach out to our clients. So a lot of people are under the impression like, hey, I want to come in and deposit because, you know, I don't want you to lose your job. No, it's you don't have to worry about it. We'll be fine, because we have you guys to reach out to and build those relationships with. So it gives us more time to help people with, you know, bigger needs than, you know, depositing a check. And if you still want to come in and deposit a check because that's your routine, or you want to get out of the house, that's fine too.
Excellent. Great. Well, very good. Well, before we kill the live stream and move on, I just want to let everyone know that I did, during this meeting, find out that one of our organizations for our pet rescues, one of the pet rescues, the volunteer, is not going to be able to make it. That something came up with work. So we do have an opening for a pet rescue for our lunch and learn on pets, the impact on pandemics and picking pets. So if anyone out there knows of a pet rescue, feel free to send them our way and to connect. So we'll be shutting down the live stream.